In our last session, we created a Python file, print.py. We also learned about syntax, we learned about algorithm, and we, outputted text to our users using the command line. We added a comment inside our Python script. Today, we are going to look at variables. Variables. So I'm going to create a new file and I'll call it variables. Let's see, new file, variables.py. Okay, so what are variables? So what's a variable? Variables are containers for storing data. See variables as a cup. See a variable as a cup, an empty cup, and the data is what you put in it. So if I request for a cup of coffee, what do I expect in that cup? Coffee. If I request for a cup of Coke, a glass of Coke, what do I expect in that glass? Coke. So that means a variable is a cup or a glass or a container that holds data. So if you have that imagination that your variable is a glass or a cup or a bucket that holds data, then it's easy for you to understand what variables are. A variable is created the moment you put a value inside it. So, for example, this is one of the ways to create a variable in Python. So, A is equal to 22. Now, if I save that, I press enter, I have created a variable called A. And what does it hold? It holds the value 22. If I print the statement A, if I print the variable, A, and I come to my command line, and I write Python print, variables.py, it prints out 22. If I come over here in my A variable and I change it to 290 and I save, do the same thing, Python. Exactly, 290. So Python is taking this variable A and we've put it inside, okay, scratch that. So Python sees inside this print statement that, oh, we have a variable called A. What is inside A? 290. So if I go over here and I say B is equal to 480 and I save and I print B, save, come here, Python variables.py, enter, we have 290 and 480. Also, if I come here and say full name equal to Chizom, Echhieuka, and I come to print the value of full name, save my Python script, it's going to be Chizom Echhieuka. So as you can see, we are printing three variables out. Print A, print B, print full name. And that's why you are seeing the output over here. To name variables, you have to follow a convention. So there are different ways to naming a variable. You can name your variable like this, for example, first name equal to Chizom. You can name your variable like this, first name equal to Chizom. You can name your variable like first name equal to Chizom. And there are other ways of naming your variable. One way you cannot name your variable is like this. First name equal to Chizom. This is wrong. This is a wrong way of naming your variables. Right here, the right way of naming your variables. And that way you cannot name your variables is first name equal to Chizom. So wrong. That's wrong. All right. Now that we have looked at how to use variables, how to declare variables, and how to output variables, let's talk about data types.